Okie doke. It's a seed. It's the only like ladder mode I get to play these days, I guess. It's Cabookey! Yay! I don't have a funny name. You know what? When I don't have a funny name, there's always a default. There we go. Evergreen sentiment. Ice can get all the way fucked. And anyway, this is Cabookey. It's fake ladder. Not fake ladder, NüLadder. We get a fake sword with the boots, and then we get the real sword. And Uncle dies, and we go do escape. We play a bunch of Germans, and Hitman's also in the race. It's not German. And yeah, this is like the first day in like 5 or so where I didn't have stuff scheduled around this time. My partner is working, so, and I did the other things I had on the schedule today. I'm so accomplished. Hello, Ty. Thank you for the good luck. And for the sub, always unnecessary. It's so kind of you. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that Ice gets fucked. I hope that Minnesota gets to heal. I know you're still dealing with garbage too. Appreciate it though. The sun is shining, so you'll take it. Thank you. I'm doing as well as possible. I'm finally recovered from having to get up super early 2 days ago. That was the last time I streamed too, because I had to bring Gravy in to the vet because my partner still can't drive. And we didn't know when she was going to to be out of surgery. They said, we'll give you an hour heads up. Like when she's coming out, we'll let you know that it's going to be around an hour. Alright, sure. So I'm like, I can surely stream the Async of Braves Cross Keys race. Like, it's not good. Gravy won't be ready in less than 2 hours, right? Not so much. 1:50 in, got a knock at the door, went to go pick up Gravy. And then when I came back, the game was frozen, so screw me, I guess. Screw me. My hyper infrequent schedule, though. All I had today was editing some mutual aid documents, which was good, and a call for letters for an upcoming surgical consult, which is fun. But that was it for today. I actually think tomorrow is pretty tepid too. And then this Sunday we've got the big monthly mutual aid event, which is very good. It's well attended and organized. And then I have taken to helping organize some other stuff too. Gone from like having nothing on the docket to stuff. Hello, Doc. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Are you still in the land of Tiberius? Enjoying a temperature above 0? You are not. It's 70 and sunny. Well, that's exactly 5 times as warm as it is here, Doc. So I would take even twice what we have right now. We don't get it. 4 degrees and sunny. Yeah, we got 14 according to my computer. We were late yesterday. We had my partner had a meeting with somebody at a local art studio for a few things, and then we had we were actually doing art with our mutual aid group for Saturday's event, and we were actually a little bit late because neither of us knew that it snowed overnight, because there's just so much freaking snow out there. Like, how do you see that there's been another ½ an inch? It's there's over a foot on the ground. Always. Push his glasses up. Actually, Fahrenheit is not a ratio scale. It's whatever, Doc. If you say so. You think you'd get time out for that? I only time out Gamma. He knows why. He's also easily the most quotable person, or the most quoted person within my quotes thing. But I mean, he writes something silly every other day. Anyway, the game, remember this? No. Uncle out here trying to give us a no flute seed. Uncle, don't you know what mode this is? The mode where we get that at the beginning. That's when. I feel like intentional explicit mansplaining is worthy. Is that mansplaining? I think that's just explaining. That's a huge inheritance. Just good old fashioned pedantry. Hey, I'm big on that. Oh, okay, dude. Well, this is a boring start. Except for me running into that guy. That was fun. I mean, a lot of what I was doing yesterday with like document editing was pedantic. I always feel bad about that. Like my partner's forte, they have expressly said from the outset of knowing each other is not in writing and stuff. Although they underrate their ability to write. But I always feel nice, Rod. I always feel bad about like correcting grammar and stuff. Because it's like, does this need to be adjusted? I also have a really specific way I like seeing like stuff like times written out. Yeah, and it's like, does that need to be? Well, that was pretty bad. Does that need to be written out that way? Where's our key game? I didn't know that about temperatures and stuff like that, though, so that's actually cool. You know what? just gonna get rid of you now so you're not a nuisance. Boring. Where is, like, I haven't had a castle tower seed in the last 3 of these. I want a stupid castle tower seed. Interestingly, temperatures interval if reported in Fahrenheit or Celsius, but not in Kelvin, since that scale actually does stop at 0. Interesting. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that was ever actually taught in any of my science classes. And I just didn't remember because my teacher was an asshole. That was the way it was for the vast majority of my science teachers. I don't know what it was with that subject. It's unlikely to come up in science because it's not super relevant. I mean, but that's the fun stuff. It's a very common example in stats classes. Wonder if it came up in stats class and I didn't know that because my teacher was an asshole. Oh, that's a beatable dungeon. Okay, dudes. That guy died. I never get close to being online there. Never. Money. TR small. Garbage. Got a fire rod. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. Even with the foibles and text boxes. Basically 455. Give or take. Great. It's probably not what you want to collect when you're like getting people to tithe. I assume other people come to this church. I don't know. Sure, sure. Ba-da-dun-dun. I'm low-key kind of excited about Cabookey drop for League. When Smirk done showing back up the other day, I was looking over the modes. Great. He was like, oh, I haven't even played some of these. And it's like, well, basically nobody's played Stanverted. Because that's like the name of somebody, like the local hardware store. I'm taking that. Like Cabookey drop, I'll play it. I like Cabookey. Key drop is stupid. Why not? Also gotten to the point where I just don't care about most modes, so whatever. If I have to play inverted, I'll play it. If I have to play mystery, it's gonna be inverted, so I guess I'll play it. Whatever. But like Cabookey drop, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, boomerang. Grab that. Erase those things. Small key to something. It's two of those. Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, dun, 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 dun. Great. Bombs would be a nice game. These aren't bombs. Those aren't bombs, game. Bail out 10-pack, you know you want to. chickens. Saw some chickens last week. That was very exciting. It's when I met the goat. I also met chickens. They were in a room kind of like this. Nobody was sweeping outside though. I didn't want to touch you, dude. Shut up. Good work, me. Excellent. Ah! Skipping? Nope. The last like bunch of times I've been able to skip, but not today. Alright, what is this gonna be, Meyer? Okay, I did need that. Do you need that castle tower key? Screw Agina. Nice flute. Hello, Zax. Thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it. I should probably just go to friggin' Mini Moldorm Cave now then. Hope you're doing well. You may be interested to know that the thrilling conclusion of... Well, that's a nice AFG bomb toss right there. The conclusion of my cross key seed from the other day when I had to leave early was the game froze when I got home. Yeah. You made a not tile swap cross Cabookey preset. Sounds about right. Yeah, it was a touch disappointing. Just a little bit. I even set my computer to like make sure it didn't fall asleep for a longer period of time than normal, even though it was not going to take hours to get back, and it didn't. But I got back and it's like, alright, let's whatever. And it's like, nope. Sure aren't going to. So, forever be one from go at the 150 mark. What would I like to do here? All of these things are really meager partial options. Well, I have the big key to that green pendant dungeon, and it's very beatable. Just give me a moon pearl and screw you, dude. Yoink. Surely the Eastern Big Key is not just in Ice Rod Cave or Agina or Zora or one of the 3-4 things in Logic on the Mountain. Surely. Surely it's vanilla or something close to it. Because it's like, do I go into this? You know, do you do the two straight things on the far ends of the map? Do you do Zora, which sucks, but not really because I'm not going to, well, it does suck, but why do I have 3 of those already? I mean, I would do it off of Ice Rod Cave. Could go up the mountain, but it can't presently beat Hera in or out of logic. The other stuff is suspicious, I will say that. Throw that on the pile. Two things in Castle Tower, one of which is in logic. That guy died. Alright, well, we're done with the in-logic crap here. Great. Hello, JJ. Thank you for the good luck. I'm definitely going to need it because I always wrong order Cabookey. Hope you're doing well. I saw your Krusky's time from yesterday, though. Seems like that seed went okay. I'm going to go with a emphatic okay on that one. Great. That guy died. What? I wish I could say my controller died. That's never happening. Just clown climbers and the seed is free. It's so easy. Garbage. Samaria. Out of logic Samaria. Doesn't really matter because stuff that's actually locked by Samaria in this game is very late. Please don't be anything here. I don't have very many bombs. Cool. Aga Tower, Mountain Crap. Agina. Heard climbing got a lot of people. Nope. Not gonna do it. To be fair, I thought the Moon Pearl was up there, and it was more than happy to leave behind validation chest. What was up there? I don't know anything about it. I don't know why I actually looked for... There was a reason why I pulled up that race room, and I don't remember. Hookshot plus glove. That seems significant, yeah. I like a stupid hookshot up there. But I'll always be partial to it after it basically won me an AD keys race once. So. With Moon Pearl and Swamp. Great. Please sit down, dude. More garbage, thank you. Ah! There are 6 things in logic right now. Neato. That doesn't really change anything yet. Leaving a lot of health behind. That kind of sucks. We get to see Helper. Go, Helper, go. Pick up that glove. It's exciting. Oh wait, no, I guess that does affect things. Right, because desert exists. Oops. Oh well, I got all the garbage from Eastern. Oh good, every single turtle rock small. What could it mean? I don't know. I'm seeing double 8 turtle rock smalls. Should probably go to an optometrist. Alright, we're gonna watch a bird try to kill my cat. That's... How dare you, dude? He's moving along. Anti-fluffing. Back down to 5 things in logic. Number 1. Nope. Number 2. Nope. Go, Helper, go. He's so excited. Number 3. No. Number 4. Nope. Yeah, if logically last located, that's pretty great. Is it going to be boring and be Moon Pearl? Is it going to be stupid and what other things could be dumb? Mushroom could be dumb. Bottle could be dumb. Yeah. Those guys died. Fetch quest or flipper? Nah, it's the game decided to be boring. You know, take your cape or your master sword and go get your hook shot, obviously. Let's do the out of logic thing first. Good job, baby. What? Where was I offline? Right. Do Mr. Chu's favorite check in Hera? Great. I mean, I'll take a Skullwood small, it's useful. Let's go, dude. Huge. Dirty Crystal, number 1. Let's go. I kind of hope the next progression's in Spiral Cave just to really drag this crap out as far as we can. Oh, that was the right line. Imagine trusting your knowledge. Couldn't be me. Alright, dude, I've had enough of this crap. Thank you. Garbage. Other boomerang. Back down to 6 things. Send me on a fetch quest off of this too. You know you want to. Garbage. Oh, boo, that's boring. Fetch quest is like 70% of the Dark World. It really is. I think this is the right order to do them, and since I couldn't access or open Turtle Rock, but that was vitally important that I do that. Nope. Okay. I mean, it's gonna tie into Smith Chain eventually. Are you Quake? Yes. Are you interesting? No. I do that instead? Pot small 2. Scooping magic I don't need. Garbage. For smirk. Garbage. This stuff sucks. I think this route basically makes itself right now, sadly. Great. Hello, sick kid. I got a bottle off the mountain. The mountain that poisoned you, by the way. It's probably good, though. Thanks for 20 bucks. I'm always impressed with how much money sick kid has. It's remarkably well off for a terminally ill child. At least I assume he's terminally ill. Maybe that's a faulty assumption. I needed those bombs, dude. Hello, Ahab. Arthur Rhodes. Arthur Lee Rhodes. First off, I hope you're doing alright today, Ahab. Arthur Lee Rhodes. Arthur Rhodes was a left-handed pitcher who debuted with the Orioles in 1991. For a few years, they tried to make him a starter. It really didn't take. And the club had some success with homegrown starters at that time. Obviously, Mike Mussina is the best example, but Ben McDonald was very good for a while before his arm got shredded in Milwaukee. But Rhodes really didn't make it as a starter, struggled a lot. Got moved to the bullpen, though, and found some pretty solid success. Hello, Pichu. Hope you're doing well. I believe it was 1997 was Rhodes' best relief year with... Oh, that's good. With the O's. I mean, their whole pitching staff went from being god-awful in 96 to... I'm taking this stuff, I don't care. To extremely good in 1997. And Rhodes at the back end of that bullpen as the main lefty, well, the main lefty setup guy. Their main lefty was closer Randy Myers. But Armando Benitez was also a setup man. Alan Mills had another lucky year, I believe. And, you know, Rhodes was solid. He was a very solid pitcher. Ray Miller turned around the staff. I would agree with that. And then Ray Miller kind of got scapegoated a little bit when he was manager. But so as far as I remember, Rhodes, the remainder of his tenure in Balmer was not all that great. It's nothing special. Screw it, dude. I just want to get this fight over with. Can you die? Thank you. You remember his bling? He did have. That's a great one. Oh, nice lamp, dude. I might have forgotten that. Hello, JJ. Oh, I already said hello to you. My long-term memory about 1990s baseball is good. My short-term memory about who I talked to 5 seconds ago is bad. Yeah, he had some big chains. At one point, he had those earrings. It was, Mike Hargrove called him on the earring thing. That's a great callback. I would have forgotten that one. Mike Hargrove called him on the earring thing. He was solid for the M's. That's where, yeah. 2000 was his first year there, I believe. and he was a big part of that 2001 record-setting team. And he had a few very good years. That bullpen was also nasty. Kaz Sasaki closing. They brought so many guys in and out. Hasegawa joined for a while. Jeff Nelson returned to Seattle. Yeah, he was really good. And then he started bouncing around a little bit. But it was like 2008, I think it was the only All-Star appearance for Arthur Rhodes. And that came when he was in Cincinnati, of all places. He was one of those like rare guys who gets his first All-Star bid when he's like 35 years old. Like the Jamie Moyer, Tim Wakefield school of All-Star selections. Is this the yes? If it's Kaz Boots or Cabookey, it's the NFL MSU. I'm trying to think of what other teams Rhodes played for. I believe he was in Philly for a very short bit. Oh, that's a fun hammer. So required double dip of Eastern. You like spending points just for this? It's it's a good use of points. I think that's largely all I've got on Arthur Lee Rhodes, though. The Hargrove thing, though, that was funny. And I think the O's, if I remember correctly, the O's then like called somebody out on their thing. It was very petty, but it was funny. It was a funny kind of petty. Yeah, the parallel between the 96 Orioles and the 97 Orioles has always been like so wild to me. Because they really didn't change the roster that markedly. And they went from being a team that had a crap ton of hitters and horrible pitching in 96. Like, okay, it looks worse. Almost every pitching staff in the American League in 96 looked bad. But not great. I'll just say not great pitching. In the 97, their pitching was great, but then, yeah, Rafael Palmeiro had a down year. Cal Ripken was very meh. Mike Bordick couldn't hit worth crap when he joined the team. Roberto Alomar missed time with injury. Brady Anderson didn't hit 50 home runs again. And yet they wound up with a better record because the defense was strong and that pitching staff was sick. Who else did he call out? Oh, Rocky Coppinger was rather ungood. And he started an ALCS game in '96. That's where their pitching staff was at. Their starting rotation was Musina, yeah. Boomer Wells, sure. Scott Erickson, all right. Rocky Coppinger, record screech. Kent Merker was there for part of that year, too. He wasn't very good. But damn, could that team hit. You had a Kent Merker glove? That's awesome. I'm trying to remember who my first glove was now. Oh, there we go. I got an outfielder's glove of all things in high school for A-Rod. That was a A-Rod signed glove. Signed, facsimile signature. Oh, Kevin McReynolds. That's who it was. It was a Kevin McReynolds glove. That's whose facsimile signature was on my first glove. Right. Kevin McReynolds, what an obscure reference. One of the first games I ever went to, a fan got kicked out a few rows behind us for screaming obscenities at Kevin McReynolds. He knew a lot. He knew a surprisingly large amount about people supposedly committing unholy acts with farm animals, so I'll give that fan credit, I guess. I mean, the Orioles pitching pitching didn't really work out for the Orioles. Super hot for a long time. I mean, they had the aforementioned Musina and McDonald. They had guys like Rhodes and Benitez, and then they brought in a lot of people. But then in the 2000s, they're like, let's just keep signing people, or you know, the Rocky Coppingers. I mean, Sidney Ponson had some high moments. They picked up Eric Badar in a deal, right? I want to say they did. But he only had a few good years before he got busted. Rodrigo Lopez was a solid pitcher. Badar came fully through the system? Rodrigo Lopez had several years that went totally under the radar. For whatever reason, I thought Badar was acquired as like a throw-in and then came up with the O's. Or part of a trade, but I could be easily misremembering. I know that's what happened with B.J. Ryan. They also acquired Jeremy Guthrie from the Indians. Well, if Badar had been able to stay healthy, I think he would have. Daniel Cabrera was just super frustrating. Daniel Cabrera is my least favorite type of pitcher. These pitchers with like 10 gazillion moving parts and they don't know where the hell the ball's going. Felt like AJ Burnett was like the best version of that archetype, and I could not stand watching AJ Burnett pitch. Well, this fight didn't go the way I was hoping. We sold high on him for Adam Jones. Yeah, oh yeah, the Adam Jones part. Yeah, Adam Jones is a decent get for Eric Badar when his arm is about to explode. George Sherrill was nice too. I don't need that. That's a bonk. What crap do I want to do? Could do ice. I would need to buy a potion first. Trying to think who else. Oh, Matt Riley was another failed pitching prospect. Adam Lowen, I think. A lot of randos. Wow, that was fun. Never done that before. Dreaming on pitching prospects is a scary proposition. That TINSTAP acronym is not fully accurate, but it's fairly accurate sometimes. Who else? Oh, Brian Mattis. I like Brian Mattis. I tend to have long-term affinity for players that I had on fantasy teams and did well. Brian Mattis was one of those. Yeah, I passed away, what, last year? Another guy whose like arm got shredded, but I mean, that's being a pitcher. Badar trade was for Adam Jones, Cheryl, Tillman, and McCoy. Jesus Christ. Three players who made all-star teams. Adam Jones, who had a exceptionally nice career, somewhere around like 30 WAR. To hold on to this stupid thing for another second here. Nicolio was amazing in NPB. Interesting. This entire chain sucked. Like, full stop. The entire... You don't blame other teams taking advantage of the stupidity. Fair enough. I was thinking back the other day to the 1997 trade deadline. That one feels even more galling in retrospect. Which Seattle traded in 2 separate deals. Jose Cruz Jr., Derek Lowe, and Jason Varitek for Heathcliff Slocum, Paul Spoljaric, and Mike Timlin. It's like, how much value did even just one of those guys accrue compared to those 3 relievers for the rest of their career? I mean, Spoljaric was basically done after that trade. Timlin had some nice years, and Slocum was also largely meh. Do I just go right back down and do that stupid book check? Kinda think I do. That was, yeah. I was watching one of the YouTube channels that has archived games from like the 90s, and one of the games I saw, not really recently, but within the last few months, was the Mariners game on trade deadline in 97, when like the announcers are just like shocked to learn during the game that Jose Cruz Jr. has been traded, and they're desperately trying to come up with like reasons why it's a reasonable deal. It's like, because the first part of the thing, they're talking him up as like the cornerstone left fielder for the next decade. Like an hour later, he's been traded for 2 relievers. Like, oops. Oops. Right. Please don't do that. Controller, you suck. A couple years ago, we were coming back from an away game, and a couple of the players in the front of the bus were asking, like, do you remember the Mariners teams of like the 90s? Like, and I'm like, yeah, I saw a few of them in play in person. They're like, did they really have Ken Griffey Jr. and Alex Rodriguez and Randy Johnson on the same team? Like, yeah, they really had those players all on the same team. Like, well, how did they not win the World Series a bunch of times? Like, well, about that. Well, about that. Don't even mention. They didn't mention them. I definitely mentioned Edgar Martinez. These are also kids who were born in like 2003 or something. Maybe later, maybe like 2005. I was impressed that they knew any of those players. Do I still coach? I don't. I was leaving the position I was in last year anyway, because the situation with parents being abusive reached like a really extreme level, and the level of support that we got from administration was embarrassingly low. So I was basically done. But then I also came out as trans, and I don't think that that would have worked out super hot for me. Maybe it would have. I don't... Yeah, how many times are we going to walk into this guy? I coached for over 20 years. Various levels. As of last year, well, last year's in 2024, I was coaching high school varsity. And it was really unfun, which sucked, because baseball coaching used to be really fun. I need to get hit by things more frequently. I can still do both. Still do both what? That's not a Cana Samaria. That is, though. Sorry, those runs are coming out. Oh, yeah. In a vacuum, yes, it's a possibility. In reality... alright, well I know where I'm going next. I'm of half a mind to close out Eastern first. Yeah, it's a complicated situation. Honestly, last year it was pretty... I mean, I don't mind talking about it. I don't know if it bothers other people, but it took me quite a long time to figure out what the heck I was. In words that are coherent. So when I finally figured it out, it was like, well, this is I've wanted to like not be coaching where I was coaching for a long time, simply because it was so awful. And it's not uncomfortable, it's just long-winded. It just feels long-winded when I talk about things like this, but I consistently worry about making other people uncomfortable. So it was like, it was a situation of, well, this deal here is so garbage and I want out. Well, I actually have a thing in my life which could be a positive thing apart from this. So I'm going to beat Eastern first. It's probably not gamma level correct to do this, but I don't really care. I was like, you know what? It's the perfect time, because some of this, like, things that I won't go into detail about are, like, the individual things that happened with some of the parents. But I've never experienced the level of abuse toward myself, toward the other coaches, toward the other players from parents that I did last year. It was like really beyond the pall, and the level of support, or total lack thereof, from administration was and remains inexcusable. Podkey? Oh. What a brilliant, inefficient play. So it's just like, the thing is, I held on doing it for a long time. Apart from my identity thing, that is totally separate. But I held on doing it for a long time because it's what I did for a long time. It brought me a lot of positives in my life. So I hoped that the situation, which around youth sports is absolutely whatever. I was going to swear there, but I think you know what it's going to be. It's dreadful. Oh, yeah. Some pretty good AFG arrow shooting here. Great. And I just kept holding on, being like, maybe this will be the year in which the people who are total assholes won't be assholes anymore. Maybe, like, parents will want their kids to be a part of a team instead of paying $10 gazillion for private coaches who don't teach them how to play baseball in hopes of getting to sit the bench at some, like, Division 18 school. But that never came. And yeah, so the last year was basically me trying to figure out myself. You're also asking because your kids are heavy into baseball, both being very physically gifted. I hope they enjoy it. Like, last year, again, last year was me trying to figure out who the heck I am, what I want to be doing. And I still don't have all the answers to that by any means, but I feel like I'm in a much better place mentally than I was, way better than 2024. I found a good community up here in New York, and yeah, then it's like figure out, okay, what we gonna do? Because I really miss sports a lot. I love sports. It's very much in the it is basically like a special interest. Well, that guy died. I'm a positive person. Well, I appreciate that. So it's basically figuring out, well, how does sports fit into my life going forward? And I agree, I think that there are avenues. And, the sad thing about being trans is that a lot of existing in the world is incumbent upon other people not being assholes. Because we're literally just people trying to live and do stuff. And identity doesn't mean a damn thing if you treat people well. But it's definitely not universal either. And I'm also trying to not run into the same issues that arose in my last coaching experiences. I mean, this is a very different area in terms of economics too. Because I come from a very affluent part of Connecticut, despite very much not being affluent. So the privatization angle there is really extreme. And I called the problems that were going to arise from it too. But I posted about it in a few of the Discords. Last year was the most, I keep saying last year, it's technically 2024. My mind is still not fully in 2026, so I've never had a more confusing coaching experience. Just from the interaction with player perspective, as I did in 2024. Like, we had basically an entire team of kids who would not be coached effectively. Like, they all had private coaches. Some had like 3 private coaches, which is absolutely absurd, but it's what happened. And that was very much not like my kind of coaching. I hated, definitely an area thing too. My partner said that. But a big thing for me was over the years has always been trying to make like the teams something important for every player. Doesn't matter whether you're the most talented. Oops, I don't have silvers. Sorry to have to get out here to take your kids to baseball workouts. Right. No worries. Thank you so much for talking so much, Ahab. I appreciate it. Yeah, I would absolutely love to talk more. I am not going to use that key. Hope that the baseball workouts go well. Have a good rest of your day. It's a lot of crystals now. Thanks. Do I have 5 6s? I do. Perfectly unused key to key. Damn straight. Yeah, that's what we call in the business a souvenir. I don't love these options. I don't know if Pyramid Fairy is actually the right thing to do here, because 2 of my 4 crystals are not in logic. But I'm doing it, so. Because what the hell else do I have? Gamma's chest, not happening. Mire area, Mire dive. Desert Palace closet. I can't beat either of those dungeons. Going up the mountain, you've got Ether Tablet, Hera Big Chest, Spike Cave, and then the overload of crap in TR, because I have all of those keys, and the game has been screaming that for the entirety of it, and I'm probably not gonna do it. Oh. I forgot about ledgers. It was like, I'll just stand here. Oops. Surely the TR big key's in the dungeon, right? Surely. The thing is, if I go to the Mire area, I'm incentivized to go into Mire. And basically gut Mire, as well as Desert. The question is, do I do this, or do I go up to the mountain and gamble? Please die, dude. I don't think I have anything else that's worthwhile. If only there was a walkthrough that would tell you what to do in this situation. I'm gonna listen to the 10 gazillion keys. that is all that run of comments. They're still you know what? Yeah, they gotta do what they gotta do, I suppose. That's just an absolutely remarkable series of posts. And yeah, that it's a serial troll. That it's a serial troll probably makes it less funny. I don't know. It's still funny though. It's still funny in its absurdity. Like if it involved a mass amount of denial, it would not have been it would not nearly have been as funny. The fact that it was so matter of fact was like yeah, all right. Well, actually it was this. Do I do Spike Cave? I don't think I do. Gee whiz, alright. It was so matter of fact. Oh my god. I forget what race room it was too. I wasn't even playing in the race, but I had it up and they just like were trying to create seeds. Or I guess they succeeded once, and it's like, dude, what the hell's what is going on? Well, I've made my bed. This is also a crystal. I'll take big key in any of these things. Just any of them. Any of these locations here that aren't Spike Cave Smile. They're great. Love it. For 2. How many is it? 5 plus Mimic Cave? I think. Well, that's actually good. I was hoping it was the TR big key, obviously, but I'll take Meyer big. Because that means I avoid a double dip of Meyer at the very least. Mimic Cave is part of TR. I don't know what CMV is an acronym for. Something minivan, no doubt. Change my view? Yeah, I'm not incentivized to try to change that view. I think it's exceptionally fair. Help her go. He did it. Alright, 2 shots here. Big key. What do I need for going anyway? Oops. This big key. The other big key that's outstanding. Flippers. And, oh, shocker special, Castle Tower 2. So, what's it called? Spike Cave and Gamma's chest are absolutely just being left to the abyss. That guy died. That guy died. Those guys died. Well, got Meyerbeek. I don't know what the medallion is. Doesn't really matter. I mean, especially if this is a crystal, I'll gladly take. Avoiding double dip. Even if Swamp is a pendant, flippers have to be outside GT. That's almost a hook shot. It wasn't, but it was almost a hook shot. Four things from Go, yeah, there's no reason to avoid left side. Unless you just want to, but it says magic. Yeah, it says a magic boomerang, and yet I fell into an abyss. I hope somebody got fired for that screw up. It's probably going to be me who gets fired, but you know what? At least there's accountability. And that's huge. 0 for 1. Well, it says it's a magic boomerang, but it's just okay. Who am I supposed to believe? Did I do Meyer Shed? I sure didn't. That seems dumb. Well, that there goes my nice little ordering there, but it's fine. Great. Neat. Finally, the lamp is in logic. What did I get out of this? Desert Big? I mean, that's worth it, I guess. That should be okay. I don't think that worked. Maybe I screwed it up by moving the block. I probably screwed it up by moving the block. Oh well. I will never purport to be good at spooky. I'll never purport to be good at anything, right? How to Meyer basement. Don't do any of that. Do other stuff. Do other stuff gooder. You know, just whatever. Flippers, no. Interesting. So, TR big is outside GT, flippers are outside GT. People out here texting me. Maybe they want to hear about Arthur Rhodes too. It's a possibility. Nah. What do I have outside of desert? Pedestal. It's pedestal, spike cave, gamma's chest. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bad hype. Well, if this isn't flippers or TR big, bat into ped. I mean, I'm last locating Gamma's chest. Everybody knows that's the case. I'll climb the mountain to do Spike Cave again before I do Gamma's chest. That guy died. Oh, okay, dude. Wonderful. To from go. Oh, I didn't open the ice big chest. That seems bad. Well, I don't see that happening. I forgot I had it when I was talking about stuff. Oops. Okay, dude. Well, that's less than ideal. Do I push the back? Basically push the back for TR big. I kind of think I do. Because if TR big pops, I just go beat TR and go to GT. And hope that CT2 is inside GT. Because I don't want to check all this stray stuff. I don't want to do left side swamp. There's always a male upgrade in swamp. Bum, bum, bum. What? I have screwed up multiple easy bomb jumps. Can I blame Gamma for it? Yes. That ice big chest feels bad. I will freely admit that one feels bad. This place has sucked. Don't care. Although those things being on the docket, I thought that there was a pair of bombs. Instead I just grabbed a bunch of garbage and one bomb. The rest, so the two things in pod, left side swamp, all the stray garbage. Ah, hands work, please. Okay. You missed all of Swamp and most of Mire? Oh, you didn't miss much. Why did I leave? Oh well, I did. Screw me then. That was an error. That's like, well, you missed learning that I've made multiple errors due to concentration, including just now, Smile. Because my concentration today is apparently bad. worse than normal. I meant to go back in for Left Side Swamp because I have very few options, and I didn't. So now I have a lot of bad options. But I did realize that I forgot to do the ice big chest because I got distracted in there too. Concern what? Yeah. Concern what? I don't know because I can't do it. The Desert Big was in Meyer. That was it. Flippers were on, what's it called? Lanmo. Now I have a bunch of stray garbage. Ugh. Yeah, for me it's concussion headaches. Thank you, Bat. Very clutch. Some days it's okay-ish, other days it's painful. And it's getting close to when I should be taking medication as it is, so it's a bit worse. Boy oh boy. I am actually very annoyed at myself for that swamp thing though. Ice I can understand. Fudge. We have 2 things in 2 dungeons, 1 thing in 2 dungeons, and Spike Cave. And the only fetch quest I have not seen is Mushroom. Or Lumberjack Tree, I guess if you consider beating Aga. But if that's the case, then I would gladly accept CT2. Which means I would still need to find that. Hoping CT2 is not in GT. This is probably actually the best option, really. Past the things I was actively doing and forgot to finish doing. Because it feels very unrealistic that you come here with a crap ton of pod keys. But we're not off to a good start here. That's true. Well, I would have been I would have beelined back here. Well, that guy almost died, except for the dying part. Not great, still not great. This isn't it. I don't know which of the things that I have left is the best. I'm not going to do gammas just, so... The other two are unforced errors on my part. Which feels bad. Not great. Yeah, the one upshot, I guess, is the fact that I did go back to pod and get that castle tower key. Because I would be doing clear out TR and GT mode otherwise. Yeah. Oh, I thought I was going to get hit there. I don't know if that's actually... No, it's probably... I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? I don't care. Is this faster than that? Whatever. Probably not. Probably not. Shooters. Bicky. No. Bicky. Cool. Another day, another chew. Well, I didn't get burned for the ice brain fart. Maybe I'll get lucky for... It was left side swamp. I might get lucky because of that, for the thing you said earlier. I might get lucky. Because if you don't go back for pod, like you're gonna clear all of the rest of TR and GT. Calculating. Yes. I got hit in the head by those baseballs all those years ago, just for this moment. Finally, my plan has come full circle. I don't know. Shin and I were talking the other day when playing co-op about like the timing for things, and we both realized that we don't know like the specific time for a whole bunch of things. It probably would be beneficial to know, but this feels like the third Cabookey C2 that was like hyper front-loaded with GT crap. Not as front-loaded as the TR crap, which was used for beating TR and for Meyer. That guy died. I don't need that. Yeah, and then I guess the question is, again, assuming that people didn't go to pod, but like those pod keys were really in a really crappy, bunch of crappy spots. You could conceivably get 4 though, I guess. And if I go there with 4 in the capacity to beat it, I would have cleared Hellway. So I forget where the other ones were though. One was at the guy under the bridge. The road still sucked. Took you 30 minutes to get a place 4 miles. Dear God. The roads here are very all over the place. Up at the house, certain areas still look like it has not been plowed. But you get to Oneonta and you like barely know that it snowed. Well, except for the fact that there are enormous freaking snowdrifts, but I still have to beat Castle Tower. Boop. He got booped. He got booped. Boop. Ours are great, but you get told like mad. Your neighborhood is barely plowed. This driveway here was not fully plowed until today. Well, not plowed, shoveled. There's a long story to that I probably shouldn't tell on stream. I went out there and did some plowing the other... I keep saying plowing when I mean shoveling. I did some shoveling and it activated all of my horrible trouble spots and screwed me up for 2 days. So that was good. It's not great to shovel when you have a horrible sinus issue, irritated by the cold, a torn labrum, and a long-term back injury. Not the greatest. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. I didn't have all those issues when I shoveled at my apartment down in Connecticut, but it was less snow, that was for sure. And it was also less cold. Because it's been frickin' freezing here. My computer says cold advisory starts soon. Dude, it's been like a high of 15 for the last week plus. What qualifies as cold for you? Once it starts getting into the 50s, it qualifies as cold for me, but again, long-term sinus issue. I'm 5'0" nothing, I weigh 100 nothing. It is, I'm not a cold weather person, which is why I've spent my entire life in the Northeast. Yeah, we've been getting down in that range too. Between the snow and the cold, it's been like hard to just even know, like, all the nights feel super cold. Fortunately, I have a space heater in this room, and it's a small room, so it stays warm, but the rest of the house is usually really cold. Let's go. The Like every day, except for the day where it snowed an absurd amount. But every other day just feels the same. It's like, oh, is there some snow? Yeah. Is it cold? Yeah. As I was saying earlier, I had to go when we went out yesterday for something, and I went to go start the car. I didn't realize that there was more snow on the car. Horrible for your son's frogs. Oh yeah, reptiles and reptiles in the cold, not friends. Door sucked. I went down to go start the car, which is at the end of the driveway because most of the driveway was not shoveled. And it's like, oh, there's a bunch of snow that needs to be cleared because I guess it snowed again. How can you tell? There's always a foot plus of snow outside your window. You're supposed to tell if it snowed overnight. It looks exactly the same. Looks like a giant field of white. That's it. Oh, you didn't, oh, you still didn't die. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Love it. Yeah, it's gonna be great when it's warm again in July, though. I'm really excited for that. Maybe some of the snow will be gone then, too. What? Press the buttons, dude. Goodbye. Okay. I am not getting more than 174, I don't think. Even with clearing the amount of other crap I did. When you drop when you have 27 items off the board right away, plus 8 more in dungeons, plus a bunch of visible, oh, this is a really crummy location, dude. And I made it crummier, so that's exciting. This is one of the world's Aga fights. Oh, I guess it's over. Thank goodness for the double in phase 2, I suppose. Don't drop into Ganon. Don't drop into Ganon. Don't drop into Ganon. If I say it enough times, I might not do it. Especially if I distract myself with hair ties. Is this sub 150? I am bad at calculating time. Like, this should not be a hard castle tower climb. There's 0 blue balls. And then the Ganon fight is also free until I press the wrong button, like I did the other day, several times. There's a nice little accidental tink there. Pretty excited about that. Oh no, my NMG arrows. I literally dashed right in front of that guy and he didn't even notice. I didn't even hit it with the hook shot. When did I get the mushroom? Oh, is that from beating Trinex? What an exciting and dynamic fight. Did you know blah 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 blah? I didn't know that. Well, I probably did because you've said it several times. That's kind of ugly. Oh no, you got the things. Phew. Thoroughly unearned. Thoroughly unearned win. Thank you for the GG's, JJo. They have absolutely, completely unearned. You should submit text that, do you know Jesse Roscoe pitched in 4 different decades? Thank you for the GG subs. Like seriously though, that's important stuff. Yeah, I got first because I forgot to do left side swamp probably. It's my key to success. I've been hit in the head by baseballs and other objects many times. Did you know that Jesse Orozco was a 2-time All-Star for the Mets in the 1980s? He recorded the final out of the 1986 World Series. Did you know that he had like a 2.1 FIP for the awful 1993 Milwaukee Brewers? Legit hated him as an Oriole. I was actually shocked when I was doing one of my many pointless statistical projects that I saw just how much, like, I mean, Baseball Reference WAR he accrued. Obviously, Fangraphs says to relievers like, LOL, no, in terms of WAR, but it's like I really didn't remember. Oh yeah, I forgot him so much that when I was going down the 1997 Orioles bullpen, I didn't mention Jesse Orozco. So that's how much I forget about Jesse Orozco sometimes. Imagine, though. And he was no longer on the Mets by the time I started following baseball. I missed by a few years. I mean, he did. Some say he's still pitching to this day. Maybe he is. I know Fernando Rodney was as of last year in some like Canadian league. Those guys are awesome. I met Jose Lima when he was pitching for some fucking podunk nothing team in the Atlantic League. And their team came to Bridgeport. And like Jose Lima was the best person to interact with our the kids, as we would bring the summer team there for like a group outing at the end of the year. Lima's team was the visitors, and he had pitched the night before, and he was just like, dude's got millions of dollars in his bank account. He's a former all-star. Got Cy Young votes, down ballot votes, but still. He doesn't need to be playing for whatever international team other than he wants to just keep playing baseball. And the day after he pitches, he doesn't have to be doing anything if he doesn't want to. And he's hanging out down by the bullpen, like chatting it up with a bunch of kids. He went around, he was doing like 5 different things at the park. He was like I cannot understate how awesome Jose Lima was to those kids that we brought to the game. Like, I was beyond impressed with like how generous he was with his time, how much he was willing to just like interact with them. And he had one of the funniest lines I remember from it was one of the kids' younger brothers didn't know who he was. And this was already getting to the point where like some of these kids were young enough that they would not remember Jose Lima. And one of the younger brothers definitely did not. And he's like, he says to the kid like, "Oh, you don't know Lima? I'm on the internet. Look me up. You see." I'm just like, no big timing in terms of like, screw you people, because I am awesome. It was just like a really funny, like, use the internet. You can see Lima. Hello, Beer. Thank you for the good luck. We luck boxed. We luck boxed I sniped Ravis by 11 seconds. And Tristanian by 29. Thank you for believing in me. I believe in the me that forgot to do left side swamp because I was recapping something for Zax. And so I was like, oh, well, that's not good. I guess I'm doing the other stray things here. So I eventually went back to pod. I spiked CT2 there. I went back to swamp, and left side swamp was TR big, which was for the last crystal. So yes, that's true, JJ. Even my accidental ice pig skip, which was also a concentration error. The TR big was on left side swamp. So if I had gotten that, I would have been clearing the rest of TR, clearing the entirety of GT, probably doing the mushroom, and then going to pod. And instead I won by 15 seconds, or whatever. 11 seconds, I'm sorry. I can't. This is... I don't know how many dimensions of chess we're playing here. We're playing so many that you get to the point that you don't... no. Because I don't even know how to play chess. I saw AFG play chess, and I'm like, I don't want any part of that. I give full credit to the file name. How about that? The file name led me to victory. Ice can get fucked, and if I call AFG playing chess, what would the alternative be? Now, I think it is also bear noting, as I said earlier, that there is the chance that you could have gotten that CT small in pod when you went in there, though. So, you know, the fact that there's 3 times at 148x, kind of makes me think that some folks might have, but I don't know. Maybe I just got crazy lucky. I guess we'll see the clear rates. That'll show just how lucky I got. I've won 2 of these in the last like week via sniping people. I'm very disappointed. I'd rather tie, but getting wrecked, doing something with it, enjoying Happy Meals at chess. Oh, is enjoying Happy Meals a euphemism? I thought it was like getting some food at a fast food restaurant. Oh, crap. I don't know slang. Shoot. Have I been wrong about this the whole time? Now I'm really worried. It can be anything I want. Oh, that's great. Who be doing stuff? We'll go raid Skelly. I don't think I've ever actually raided Skelly. Skelly is the new Gil. Oh my god. Skelly's playing cross keys with Specs or something. Anyway, that's it for now. Will I be back later? Probably not. But who the hell knows these days? Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank you for the GGs. Ahab, J-Joe, Zach, Spear. Make sure I don't miss any. Pichu was here earlier. Doc was here earlier. Ty was here earlier. Thank you, Ty, for the sub. Thank you, Ahab, for redeeming Talk About Arthur Lee Rhodes and talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, go say hi to Skelly. Have a great rest of your day. Ice can get fucked. Bye.